There
It's
you
okay.
go.
There you go.
You're good, you're good, you're good.
Perfect.
Happy
Yeah, how's it
Wednesday.
going?
Good.
Good. How was your workout?
That's good. Yeah, a little sore, and I'm just chilling right here in my garage, as you can see
Nice.
right here.
I see that. I'm like, what do we have there?
Chill in your
Construction?
garage. You sound like Ty Lopez right now. Just chill, people listening and those people watching. Uh, let's talk about how we know each other, how we met. So, for those that don't know, Jackie and I started a meetup group out here in Los Angeles, California, and Woody came to our very first event and has been coming to our events since day one. So we're very, appreciative of that. Thank you for all of your support, Woody. You're amazing.
Yeah, no problem. You guys are awesome people. So yeah, like why wouldn't I want to go to your guys' events? And I encourage other people too. I try to get my friends to come by, but
Yeah, that's awesome. You're very loyal to us and we appreciate it so much. It means a lot to us, Woody. So thank you.
yeah, yeah. I feel well. You're welcome.
Now, what are your thoughts on the meetup group? Do you like what we've been doing so far, putting on monthly events? So,
What I think, no, I think it's awesome. Especially like you want to track like different people. They all got different experiences, and they
of
could like
course.
share some stuff. It's just
You've had a
like
great time, right?
yeah, and have a good time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice, nice.
we love it. So every month we try to do one charity event a month, and then of course one adventurous outdoor travel related activity a month as well. So very exciting.
I have a question for you. So with your traveling, how would you say you've evolved from when you started to where you're at now in regards to like where you stay and what you expect when you're traveling? Like, are you the backpacker? Are you the kind of go by the day-to-day base kind of dude?
Okay, I love that question. Yeah, like so. Yeah, when I was younger, I used to be like, you know what, I was more comfortable with a group, like to be honest. So just get some of my friends or my family, I guess like so I wouldn't be alone, and then but also at the same time I was more back then like because I was always on a budget though, like I'm like the backpacker. Just give me like just give me like a bed and that's it. I don't
Economy.
need I don't need none of the fancy stuff. Like all that other crap is like superficial. Like just give me like a bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's like like where I'm at my career, and then being older, I'm like hey I don't know. It seems like it's like the opposite. I don't mind like going by myself because like it's more of like being like Andy Bourdain, like like kind of challenge myself, like kind of wing it, like who cares? Like
I love that.
if
Yeah.
like I don't just have like my friends or family, like I'll just go there myself, and then if it happens, bad or good, like so be it. But
Right, right.
and also like at the same token, no, like I'm not so much like the backpacker, like so I like the Airbnbs and all that, and make sure I have a good place to stay. Like
Good.
What's been your best vacation so far?
my best one, that's a good question. Well, so recently, it was like going to Spain, Portugal, and Morocco, and I always like told you guys about it. Like, I think when I came back, I was telling you guys. It's actually also my first time going by myself. I asked my friends, "Hey, you guys want to come? Like, if not, I'm just gonna bounce." Like,
Good for you. What
Yeah.
a challenge.
and that's exactly what I did. Yeah,
So you don't mind doing solo travel?
no, not at all.
Yeah,
Because
but
I
you
feel like oh, sorry. So I feel like I know as one thing I learned like doing solo travel. Like I realized I'm not alone because you always like try to like meet like new people like along the way like
Yeah.
whether it's
Kind of
maybe like
like
another
forces
meetup group
you.
over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
for those that haven't really ventured out on their own, do you have any advice to give to those that are some maybe nervous to go out alone, doing solo travel? Do you have something?
Yeah. Well, at least for me though, like what I did, like planning like my trips and all that. Like I was
Yeah,
also watching like a lot of vlogs. Like you guys are trying to do right now, like watching on YouTube, and then I hear like their experiences. Like about like the culture of like ABC country or whatever, and then
yeah,
that's kind of like what I did to kind of like educate myself like a little bit.
Hmm.
But on top of that, you just got to go, like just jump off the cliff and
Yeah.
see what's up, because like you sometimes you just have to do that, and even though like you're kind of nervous, and I
Right.
was like like a little bit, because I never been so I've been like the Europe before, like I've been to Spain and all that, but I never been like to Africa, like so I was kind of like
How was Morocco? Like, to me, that's an incredible place I've yet to visit, but I just hear culture, food, everything. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I gotta say is like, it's like, I don't know. Like for me, like being a guy from California, it's like a lot like the Muslim version of California. Like, I mean,
Okay.
because everybody like, was it? They're all Muslim. Like everybody knows they're Muslim. Just like over here, like everybody knows like. At least most people are like Christian or Catholic or whatever,
Yeah.
but nobody gives a crap. Like, you know, like everybody was just like likes clubbing, they drink and all that, and like nobody cares at all, like over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But they're Muslim.
So you like to backpack, and you've been to a lot of places, obviously. Do
Right.
you like staying in hostels or hotels the most?
See, that's another good question too. Like I also like all I have like the pros and cons of both. So like with hostels though, like I noticed so if you're like a young person though, like it's easier to meet people though because they all want to do something like in a hostel.
Yeah.
It's cheaper, but they always host events like at a hostel. But then like if you're let's say like on the flip side, let's say like you're trying to do like an Airbnb or a hotel, like it may be just you and just like your friends, but then like or just yourself, and that's about it. And you just have like a nicer place, but like maybe like the little social event that doesn't go with it. Like
Right.
usually with what hostels do, they try to do it all the time.
Exactly. So like Jackie and I have done lots of solo traveling, but she's got more experience staying in hotels, resorts, and I've got more experience staying in hostels.
Yeah, I've never stayed in a hostel. Like never. To me, it was always like you watch the movie Hostel and it had this like negative, like reputation. So
Oh,
as a female traveling alone, like I stayed away.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to getting that
Right.
exposure. So I like
Yeah.
to know like what, as a male, I think you guys are a little more comfortable
Yeah.
kind of roaming around.
Yeah.
That's why like I got this like something
Right,
bad
right.
happens. Like
You're a tall
I
guy.
think that's
We're
what it
talking
is.
about
Like
you.
and then like I may have like I understand like on your side, being a woman though, like I think it's like risky because like I think
Yeah.
you have to be a little more careful. Like to be honest, that's my opinion. Like
Yeah. Would you hostel again now that you've evolved in your traveling?
I still honestly like I still would like I ain't gonna lie. It's more of like just trying to meet new people. I'll do it. Like
Yeah.
but for
That's
me it's like
good.
Airbnb all the way. Like you ain't gonna get me away from that.
Yeah, that's your preference.
Yeah. I love staying in
Uh-huh.
hostels. Before I met Jackie, I would always stay at hostels. But now I've got someone to travel with, but
Yeah, that's what that's up.
yeah, it's a great way to meet people from all around the world and learn so much. So you build relationships. I think it's amazing. It's an amazing experience. And I intentionally go out there and try to get lost on purpose. It's
Yeah.
there's no feeling like going to another country where you don't know anything and nobody knows you. And you just gotta figure things out and find your way.
Yeah, just wing it. But I love
Yeah.
what you said, like your, I think, take on it is kind of reading blogs, seeing what other people think, doing a little research, and then having a general direction that you're kind of just, going with the flow.
I think it's maybe a little like too general though. I go out there, like I don't even plan nothing. Like I just find like where I stay and that's it. Like and
What
everything's
about
like,
the weather?
like in the weather.
Are you looking at weather? Or you're just like, no, I'll go.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's awesome. I love it.
Now you're going back to the Philippines at the end of the year, right? In October?
Yeah, I'm planning at the end of the year. Like some experiences like actually I've been to the Philippines. Well, for like most of the times like I've gone like around like you guys. I know you guys told me like you guys are trying to go like around June, July,
Yeah.
and that's like kind of like a decent time because like that's almost I'll say like almost like out of like the dry season, and it's like you don't want to go through that because it's like super hot and it'll be
Really?
hot like starting like at 6 o'clock in the morning. It'd be like 90 degrees. Like
Oh my
what
God.
is
So
it?
hot and humid, right?
Yeah. So then like you guys are going at the right time because it'll kind of cool down a little bit, but then it's also the start of the rainy season.
Right.
Got it. Got
It's
it.
a little transition where it's like, like it ain't gonna be so bad. It'll probably rain, like, but it's kind of doable.
Nice. Nice.
We
Good to know.
Yeah, we look forward to it. We haven't been there. To the
Yeah,
Philippines.
so like was it like so like what I'm trying to plan like so I also put on my travel bucket list. Like I know I tell you guys my birthday's on Halloween, and I kind of want to go over there to kind of celebrate my birthday over there, and then to see how
Yeah.
Halloween really is over there, like in the
Of
Philippines.
course.
And
Oh my
then on top of that, like it's like the holiday season, so like I talked to like my cousins over there, like in the Philippines. And then one of my cousins, like my ate, she said like October is a really good time though. Like, it won't be like that expensive, but it's also like barely out of the monsoon season, so you'll kind of like ditch like all the flooding and all that, all the crazy
Wow.
flooding
I totally forgot they
they
had
usually
monsoon.
experience during September. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Yeah, so it's like October, November, December, like from what they told me, it's like their springtime, so it's like perfect weather.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
What's your favorite food in the Philippines?
Oh shit, like, when I go over there, like when I go over there, like, especially like the stalls, like there's a soup, like I don't never have it all the time, like around here, like especially the family get-togethers that I have,
Yeah.
so there's a soup called lomi. It's like a noodle soup, and
Lomi.
it's like really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
lomi, yeah,
Okay. So that one you highly recommend?
yeah. And especially like if you guys like plan to go to Batangas, like they make their Filipino food. It has like a little spice to it, so the chili and
Oh my God,
Okay.
he'll
all
love
that
that.
I'm
adds a
all
little
about the
oomph. Yeah,
spice.
Nice, nice.
yeah.
Have you traveled to like Latin America at all? Any of those places yet?
Oh, well, like I've only been like as far as like Latin America. I've only been to Mexico. That's about it. But I was but like like to be honest, so like a couple years back when I was working at UPS and like and before COVID hit, I was actually planning to go to Colombia. And
Yeah.
actually, like I took like time off though, like, and then I was like, dang, like I can't do it anymore. Like I can't
Okay.
travel.
Yeah, yeah. We
Yeah,
just
because
went
of
to
COVID.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I hope you make your way there. There's so much to see.
Yeah.
No, no, I know. Yeah, I'm actually it'd be cool. Like, I actually want to go like, down to Brazil. Like, and I was like, I want to go like to like the Amazon. I actually want to go to all those places and everything and see how it
Nice.
is down there. And then, or like Argentina. And I have a couple Argentinian friends, even at work. And yeah, they're like from there, and they tell me their stories.
Beautiful out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we look forward to it.
Yeah,
Mm.
definitely.
And she just went to Costa Rica.
Yeah, I think I've predominantly like hit a lot of Latin America, so Asia to me is going to be new. And I think really what I've been looking for, just because religion, food, like overall culture, it's so foreign to me that I know
Yeah.
it's gonna be like a shock, but like an amazing, yeah, change for me.
Well, so what would help you guys since you guys are going to the Philippines, learn like a little bit of Tagalog, and then like, and then the locals go, oh, like, yeah,
What were the hand gestures? Do the Filipinos do hand gestures? Certain hand gestures?
Not so much, like not
Oh,
really.
I thought you were doing hand gestures. You were-
But
No, I'll just go like this. Oh, they'd be like magaling. Oh, that's what they say like in Tagalog. Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, like. Oh
okay,
yeah, and then like also like if you meet like let's say like an older woman,
Mhm.
you say like "Cómo está po?" Then we get the hand and then put it on her forehead, and then
Oh,
that's like
really?
yeah, that's a big thing.
Tell me, how do you say it again? ¿Cómo está qué?
You know how you say how are you, like "Cómo está po?" So
Oh,
like so you say "Cómo está?" like that's how are you. It's similar to Spanish, though, to be honest. But then
yeah,
like to make it more proper, or you talk to like say like your grandma or your grandpa, "Cómo está po?"
got it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Interesting.
I think I'm gonna have my phone like translator. It's like, how do you say this? And just have it like read to people what I need them
Right.
to know. Which is amazing because technology's evolved so much that if you don't know the language, like we have so many apps that will guide us through that.
Oh no, no joke. Like I use it all the time. Like, well, I ain't gonna lie. Like
People get
even
offended.
like while I was in Germany, like in all those other countries, like I use it. But also like I learned German too, so I know like some. I might have forgot some of it. Like it's been a
Right.
couple years.
What do people say when like you show the apps? Like, are they like, what is this guy doing? Like, are they receptive to it?
I don't know. I think they're, in my opinion, I think they're receptive to it. Like at least if they know you're trying. Like
Right. When I've traveled, I'm a foodie. So like my main intention is, what am I going to eat? Who am I going to meet that's going to show me amazing restaurants? What would you say is your main interest when you travel? Food, alcohol, scene, parties, ocean? Like, what's your thing? What are you into
Yeah.
when you travel?
I don't know. There's like different ways like to answer this because like yeah, like I mean I love partying too. Like I've done like pub crawls and all that, and that's fun too. You meet like a bunch of people doing that, and also the thing is crazy. Like I like the food too. Like I'm super like a big foodie.
Nice, nice.
Yeah,
I
like
feel
so
that's
like I
the
actually
glue.
like go for that, huh?
I feel like that's a glue for a lot of people, like trying the cuisine and like getting familiar with authentic things
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
what we know here in the States.
So pretty much like for me, it's like I never go to McDonald's at all. Like it's all like, you know, like I like getting their local cuisine, and plus like it's most of the time it's always like cheaper too because it's like over there, you know, like it's
True.
local.
Since we're on the subject of food, you said local cuisine, but do you like street food as well?
Oh yeah, of course. I put that with it too. Like I mean, I wouldn't be a foodie if I didn't try like the street food, you know, like
Yeah,
sometimes I feel like, you know, like the street food is like kind of like one of the best experiences too because
I agree.
you get to try like, you know, like what the everyday people eat, and it's like also like I said, like it's like very cheap and all that, and
Yeah.
just like if I go to Mexico, you know, like when I went to Mexico, like I was in Xochimilco, like it was crazy though because
It's
you could
great.
get like 3 tacos for like it was like 60 cents, and I was like,
Exactly.
dang,
Exactly. So
yeah,
if you're on a budget.
It's almost insulting. You're like
That's great.
60 cents. Like, are you sure you don't want more
but
money?
it's bomb. It's
Yeah.
good though, like
Xochimilco is a lot of fun. That's like the boat tour, right? That you do in Mexico. Is that what that is?
yeah, yep, yeah,
Ah,
like over there, yeah.
very fun. Would you recommend that?
I totally recommend it. I think like out of all the places I've been in Mexico City, like I for sure I recommend it. And I was kind of sad though, like because like at the time I did like a group tour like with G Adventures, and that was a different experience too. Like, you know, as a guided tour, yeah, but you also meet different people. But I was kind of mad, like I was thinking, man, like they should add to this spot. Like I was thinking being this like British guy, like this Asian guy, like he was like, hey, like I'm going to Xochimilco. You want to come by? Like I know it's not part of the tour, but all right, fuck it,
How
I just went.
fun.
And end up being like a good time. Like they had like quinceañeras like on the boats and stuff, and like it's like
Weddings and
something
stuff.
I've never seen. Yeah,
Wow, that's so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So that was aside from your tour. Your tour had a general like, you know, agenda, and then this guy just said, "Hey, do you want to come?" And you're like, "Yeah, let's do it."
yeah. We just did our own thing like that day. Like,
Those are the best. Those are the best times. Like,
yeah,
you're like so unintentional, you just go with it.
yeah,
How exciting.
Well, I hope we can meet up with you in October. I mean, of course, we're going to be hanging out here in LA, California, but when you're out there in October, hopefully we're out there around the same time as well.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
yeah. I bet by the time like I go over there, you guys will know more about the Philippines than I do. Like by the time I get there.
We're gonna be like fluent in Tagalog.
Yeah, no, I'll be go oh, shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so excited that we connected with you and that we've had the bond that we've grown and, you know, to have in these few months. And I think I admire the fact that you are willing to do things on your own. To me, that says a lot because I think that's the biggest barrier I haven't been able to break. You know, because like you said, you expose yourself to it and you have to like figure it out. You have to meet people. And that to me is super, super like admirable. I love that you do that.
Well, yeah, thank you. Like, you know, I appreciate you say that. Like, yeah, that means a lot to me too. So,
Yeah.
Now-
Even like first day we met, you're like, yeah, I just came. Like, you know, like, what do you have to lose? And that personality, I think, is inviting what people gravitate to, right? When you travel, that they know that you
yeah,
have that like presence about yourself.
yeah.
Now
It was funny though, you know, I come back on the block, you know, I see like all my old friends. It's like, how's it bad? Like, it doesn't feel the same. I feel like I'm out of place, like sometimes, like.
Right. I've heard that people come back and, you know, it's a different, I think, experience where we're out of what we know as comfort. So it's like you almost kind of crave needing to travel again, right? Needing to feel that
Right.
again. Yeah.
I do weightlifting, and then like I swing big swords, and also with traveling too. Like I try to add all of them together, and then maybe in the future, yeah, I'll start like learning languages. Like, but you know, lately, you know, like just with my job and then being like in the engineering field, like
Yeah.
I've been like reading more engineering stuff, and I kind of like, you know, like want to also go back and try to delve in trying to study more languages again, and
Do
this is
it.
kind of been kind of tough, you know, yeah.
Yeah. Have you tried, I know there's like, I'm not promoting this app, but like Duolingo or any of those that give you that like intro to different languages? Have you used those?
Yeah, I used it though, but I still feel like, you know, like I have to still go out there and meet people and actually practice the language like itself.
Yeah,
I
true.
mean, you can also like I mean, you also like, you know, have to read like books and stuff, like
Mhm.
just to, you know, learn like vocabulary and all that. And but I feel like, you know, that kind of you can go so far with it, and like, but you have to actually use the language of what it's intended to do, like meet new people, and that's how I feel about it.
Right. Get the slang, pick up like the actual vibe to it.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Do you work out when you're overseas?
Actually, I tried. Yeah, like I mean, I tried to as much as I can. Like like, of course, like sometimes, like it doesn't work out, but I tried to. Even my last vacation, I tried to.
At least go on a beach run or do something like that, right?
Yeah, I was just like work out like in my Airbnb, and then then I was just like, and then speaking of that though, like when I was in Valencia, like I was in, let's say wasn't like in a hostel, it was like a hotel, but like like it's like it was just like hostel. It was like full of college students, and but it felt like a hotel at the same time because I had like my own room and like my own little kitchen and all that. Like,
Nice.
but like the place had like a little gym facility, so I actually used that. I used that before like I went to the pub crawls.
Like, I gotta pump it up before I drink.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
How many countries do you think you've been to?
Sure, let me see. Germany, Italy. I said then I went to the Vatican, and then I said
Vatican.
I told you guys I've been to Belgium, Spain, Portugal, Morocco, the Philippines, and then I've been to Holland like 4 times.
Wow. So
Very
you're like
cool.
a repeat.
Mexico, and let's see, Slovenia, Czech Republic, Poland.
So
Yeah,
like
so
15 countries?
yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
I
it makes
lost.
it simple because, like, and then I used to like study abroad, and I actually lived in Austria for like 6 months.
Nice.
Very
Like,
cool.
I was like at the time, I was going for a master's degree, and like I was studying abroad over there. I dropped out, but the thing is, like, at least I got to like meet some cool people out there, and then I was staying in Arnold Schwarzenegger's like hometown. Like, I was living in Graz, like Austria,
Oh
and
wow.
also yeah, I studied abroad at the technical university over there. And it was crazy because like I don't know if you guys heard of Nikola Tesla. Like I know everybody's heard of him,
Yeah.
like the famous crazy scientist.
Yeah.
They actually dropped out of like college though, then came over here to America to build his like technology.
Incredible,
It's like
right?
like he was like screw college, I'm over this. Like he
Wow.
just kind of
You're
did
like,
like
I'm
what
gonna
Albert
follow his
Einstein
steps.
did. Uh-huh.
That's really
I
cool.
don't guess like uh
Yeah.
yeah, would love to chill with you guys again, and like
Of course. Of course.
hopefully you get to
Definitely.
see like I would love to see you guys like vlog about the Philippines and all that, and I hope like I guess like when I come to the Philippines, and I can show you guys around like my mom's hometown, and
Let's do
We,
it.
we would
maybe
love
get
that.
to, maybe like do some maybe like make some content like of like real local in the
Yeah,
Bayan, like
that would be amazing.
yeah.
Take us to like rural areas. Like I want to do like middle of nowhere countryside, like no water, something intense.
Something adventurous. And
Yeah.
take us where no one's been before.
No, for sure. Yeah, like, I could guarantee, I could like promise you that.
Yeah, that'd be
Nice.
cool.
And you'll have to come back on because I want to hear, since you've gone to so many countries, stories or things that are not that have gone wrong, but some kind of like intense thing that might have happened along your adventures that you want to fill us in, whether it's like comical or like kind of scary. Because I always feel like people, we talk about the good stuff, but a lot can happen in between those traveling. So we'll have
Right.
to get back in. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing everything, and thank you again for being on our podcast, our very first episode.
Yay.
Yes,
Yay. I
we're happy
know.
to have you here with us, and we'll definitely have you back soon.
Yeah. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
for sure. Yeah, I look forward to it.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
All right.
All right, Woody, we'll talk to you later.
Take
Yeah,
care.
for sure. Yeah, peace out.
Bye.
Bye.